Is Jokic? I guess two questions. We'll start with: is Jokic the best? I think for most people, he's kind of clearly the best offensive player in basketball, but there's a particular reference for Steph Curry on this podcast, so it's is Jokic the best offensive player in basketball?
Yes.
Yeah, it's too easy, man. It's too easy. That's just, Steph still, I'm still happy that Steph, I feel like it's cool. Like, Steph still got a gap, I think, on everybody else in terms of just his once he hits his stride, Steph's impact is crazy. Like you said tonight, you blink now, he's got 25 points, like, just easy. But yeah, no, there's a guy better than him, and never seen anything like this before.
I feel like Jokic is really the evolution of Tim Duncan, or the next evolution of Tim Duncan of our time. And it's crazy that it's just happening so fast because I'm not trying to discredit, or I can't put Jokic above Tim Duncan or anything yet, but just the skill, just the game evolving pretty much, and just seeing the.
Yeah, no, I always think of. Go ahead, sorry.
No, or was that quick? Just the Tim Duncan thing's good. 'Cause I feel like just earliest memories, the early 2000s, is just he's the hub of the offense. Like, no matter, I always go back and look at the numbers. Like, man, Duncan wasn't averaging more. It was like, no, like they were giving him the ball. Like, they're running everything through him. Like from damn near rookie season on. But like it is to see the game evolve as fast as it does. Like you're saying, it doesn't make sense that we got to this fast. That there is another. Like the offensive, being able to have a one-man offensive hub, the way Duncan could be to create like the efficient offense, and I think just consistent winning based around in the early 2000s. Like, we shouldn't have got players probably capable of that so quickly, like, because offense has been changing so fast, kind of through each era. Every couple years it's moving so quickly with the shooting and the guard play and everything. But to get to this point, one, with the Steph Curry to have that kind of offensive hub is clearly just an anomaly. But then to get here where you have a center in this game, I guess, like, we should have took 10 or 20 more years to get to a place where we could have another, like you're saying, Tim Duncan, where a center can come back and be the hub of the offense again, because it's like, oh, guards are like just hitting another stride in terms of their capabilities on the court since Steph Curry. But this is almost too fast. Like, it's hitting the league, and it's punched this curveball, punch the league, like end up like with going back to back or a 3-point. Like, can't write it off the table right now, because it does feel like we're just kind of getting hits with something that's too early almost.
He always makes me think of Shaq. I like the Duncan comment because I think in mentality, that makes more sense, especially because I've always called Jokic Steph's truest son. Steph's definitely like kind of a descendant of the kind of Tim Duncan mentality to approaching like the game, like the team concept. I feel like Jokic just always embodied that with Steph. They're the only two guys that, like, you watch them play on offense, and pretty much every moment they're out there, they're working to get the team a good shot. Like, if you kind of watch the full possession, and they're working towards that kind of consistently, and using their gravity and using their passing or whatever to create good shots. But Shaq kind of instills, I guess. I watched Jokic and I was like, man, just imagine if Shaq got drafted into this NBA. Like Shaq gets drafted into an NBA where Nikola Jokic is already doing all of this, and what they're trying to turn that. Because, like, you see the clips of, like, young Shaq, like skinny Shaq, and like what he was like. Zig was coast to coast. Like, Zig was definitely going coast to coast and doing that shit. It's like, oh, in this game, like Shaq, and like even as a hub, like, he got as much as Duncan got to be the hub for a long time. Shaq got to be a hub in the back end of his career, in the triangle, like kind of doing that kind of type thing, like getting him to be in the open court and doing all that stuff. Like, he has a skill set. Everything with Jokic on offense besides the jumper, Shaq kind of can bring to the table.
I was saying, I feel like it's the individual, the scorer. I feel like the scorer he is kind of too. Without the diversity, he doesn't need it as much. For where the game is now, it's like that's the other part of him coming into the game is just there's no one-on-one matchup for him, and I think it is like I said, the two not putting them together, but the two combination of what he showed in his career, the first probably 10, 11 years, which is the athleticism of the young Shaq, but then how quickly in a big man-based game, he figured out how to be kind of one of the smartest centers by 2001. One of the smartest kind of centers, making the reads and the triangle and being able to being the hub of an offense, in the prime of his career. But that's where he's headed at. Yeah, in this game where I think off rip it's just nobody can do anything with you, just kind of with single or double coverage kind of from off rip in terms of just stopping you from getting 30 a night. Where does that even get to once he does start picking up the game and start picking up being able to read the defense like he would be able to in a slower, more congested game. The dominance, I feel like that's the most it feels probably Jokic and Shaq. Jokic is a different kind of dominance, I guess, but it does make you think back, or probably the closest thing you could think, recent memory you can think back to is Shaq. And he gets, Shaq and Curry kind of comparisons and less than LeBron and Kobe comparisons, I guess.